Uncut Gems was directed by Josh and Benny Safdie, the directors of Good Time, which I loved, and I was so excited to see this new film from them. This film stars Adam Sandler as a diamond store owner who runs a bunch of scams and he tries to make a lot of money off of it, but he owes a lot in the process. And there are people now after him, and if you've seen the trailer, then that's about all that's given regarding the plot. Things are coming to a head. He's got some new deals with the Celtics, particularly with Kevin Garnett at the time in 2012. And that's pretty much all I'm going to tell you about the film. I was, like I said, pumped out of my mind for this movie. I've liked Adam Sandler in dramatic films a lot. His last one, I believe, was Meyerowitz Stories on Netflix, which is a great film. I've actually also met the guy in person, and he's a really nice guy. So sometimes when you see films and he plays the polar opposite of the ultra nice person that he usually is, it's always jarring to see that. With Uncut Gems, he's playing easily one of his most unconventional roles ever. But at the same time, in my opinion, I think it's his career best. He honestly, and I'm going to say it, I think he deserves an Academy Award nomination. And I know this is coming out super late in the year, in December, but we've had a lot of films right now which have been getting Oscar buzz and award buzz, and honestly, I think he should be considered. His role here is magnetic. This is a relentless movie for starters. It never ceases to keep you off the edge of your seat. For the whole 2 hour and 11-minute runtime or whatever it is, I was gripping my armrests the entire time. It was such a tense movie. I actually think I forgot to take a breath. I even said this on Twitter, like carry a fucking inhaler to it. It's insane. This movie does not stop for even a second. I didn't stop to check my time. I didn't stop to look around in the audience anywhere. I didn't stop to adjust my seat. I just stared at the screen. I may have blinked once. That's how engrossing this film is. This is one of the best made movies of the year. But along with the performances, the cinematography, the editing, the brilliant musical score, the direction, this is something I've come to expect from the Safdies, especially after Good Time. And I'm so glad that that has carried into this movie. It's just nice to see their form evolving, and now it's kind of reached a perfect level in a way. They could improve it. They can still improve it. There's just so much they can work off of. But their use of color, their use of music, their shot choices, their edits, it's all so wonderfully placed and so wonderfully executed that these are now, I think, in my opinion, these are some of the best directors working today. Along with the performance of Adam Sandler, even the supporting cast around him is really good. Kevin Garnett in particular was actually really good. I like Kevin Garnett as a basketball player. In fact, I have a jersey of Kevin Garnett back in my house from his time in the Celtics. He's a really great basketball player. Now, seeing him in this movie as an actor, I was genuinely amazed. It's an unconventional casting, and I think they really nailed it in terms of having this person who is such a famous NBA player just be in the movie. And there are other established actors, of course, Lakeith Stanfield, Idina Menzel, who is it's so weird to sometimes see this movie with Idina Menzel scenes because you keep thinking Elsa in your head. Like, Elsa wouldn't say something like that. I just saw Frozen 2. Why is Elsa being so mean? That has no bearing on my final opinion of the movie, obviously. That score is wonderful, though. Once again, the same composer as Good Time, and I think he's evolved it here. This entire movie is honestly a taking what was good in Good Time and making it even better. And Good Time was an A-grade movie for me, so honestly, I see myself rating this higher than I did Good Time because I think this is a better movie than Good Time. It's a film that understands that it cannot take a break. It cannot take a second. It cannot take a moment to adjust to something else. It's a film that is consistently relentless. It is well paced, so well paced, and in my opinion, it honestly deserves a top spot among movies this year, especially in terms of the acting. Like, you gotta give Sandler something for this. You know, like, say what you will about his comedic movies, they're not the best, but when he comes to some roles, when he gives himself to some roles, quite like this one, the stuff that he can do is magical. And what he's done over here is phenomenal and worthy of praise and all the attention that can possibly be given. Yes, I'm sure it's going to be a long shot for some people, but consider, that's what you have for your considerations. That's the whole point of it. My only one little issue with Uncut Gems, though, is that I wish there was a little more to do with his personal side of the family. That was one of the more fascinating parts because you get to see a connection, and I wish that there was a little more expansion to that. I wish they'd gone a little more into it, just a scene or two more, maybe. But that is such a minor, minute little flaw that honestly, it doesn't have much bearing on the whole movie. Regardless, Uncut Gems is a fantastic film. Please do go see it in theaters if you can. I'm going to give Uncut Gems a 9.5 out of 10. Thank you very much for watching, guys. Look forward to more reviews very soon. Look forward to Bombshell tomorrow. Looking forward to talking about that. As always, if you like this, please do subscribe, and I'll see you guys at the movies.